Some extinctions are clean, others linger, and sometimes in places humans still haven't fully explored, something that should be long dead keeps moving in the shadows. Tonight, we're counting down 7 extinct creatures that might still be alive, and a few of them are far more dangerous than anything roaming our world today. Number 7 begins deep inside the Amazon rainforest, where tribes still speak of a creature that should have vanished at the end of the Ice Age. They call it the mapinguari, a towering forest guardian with claws like machetes and a smell so strong it makes your nose burn. Most people laugh at the stories until they learn the details match something real. Megatherium, the giant ground sloth. 10,000 years ago, it stood upright like a bear, weighed as much as an elephant, and could tear bark off trees with a single swipe. According to legend, it never attacks unless approached, but those who have wandered too far into untouched jungle claim they've seen a huge shape moving slowly between the trees or heard a guttural bellow echo through the canopy. A rubber collector in the early 1900s described a beast shaking the forest like a storm, and in 2013, an expedition found deep claw marks carved nearly 7 feet above the ground. In a region where new species appear every year, some scientists quietly admit the Amazon is large enough for an Ice Age survivor, and if Megatherium still walks there, it would be one of the largest land mammals alive today. Number 6 takes us away from the heat and into frozen wilderness. Ancient Inuit stories describe Amarok, a lone wolf the size of a polar bear. Not part of a pack, not afraid of humans, a silent, powerful hunter that stalks anyone foolish enough to travel alone in the frozen dark. While Amarok sounds mythic, the Ice Age dire wolf was real. 25% larger than modern wolves, broader, heavier, built to take down mammoths. It supposedly vanished 10,000 years ago, but sightings of abnormally large wolves continue across the Arctic. In 1952, a hunter in Nunavut claimed a pale wolf stood watching him from a ridge, its back reaching nearly to his chest. Helicopter survey teams in Alaska reported a dark shape pacing caribou herds alone, larger than any wolf they'd ever documented. And in Alberta, an early rancher shot at a wolf the size of a pony without injuring it. Whether these are surviving dire wolves or an unknown northern predator, something huge still roams the ice, and it hunts in silence. Number 5 belongs to the ocean, a place where extinction is almost impossible to confirm. The megalodon, the largest shark ever known, is officially extinct. But the deeper you go, the less certain things become. Pacific Islanders have described a massive shark for centuries, one long enough to swallow entire canoes. Most dismiss those stories as exaggeration until they learn about strange sonar readings taken near the Mariana Trench. In 1950, a submarine crew detected a massive moving shape far below their vessel, too large for any whale. It passed silently, without slowing. In 2012, researchers off South Africa tracked a shadow the size of a bus following their boat before vanishing into deeper water. And when Japanese fishermen pulled up a shredded whale carcass in the 1990s, its bite radius matched no known species. Scientists refuse to call it megalodon, but they do admit enormous sharks could survive undetected in extreme depths. Down there, sunlight never reaches, and sound plays tricks on the mind. If a giant predator still lives in those black waters, we may never see it until it's too late. But the ocean holds more than sharks. Number 4 is a creature feared even by sailors, the Cadborosaurus, a serpentine predator from the North Pacific. Indigenous stories describe it as long, flexible, with a dog-like head and powerful coils capable of crushing prey. Most call it a sea serpent myth. Yet, throughout the 1900s, fishermen regularly reported something matching its description swimming near their boats. In 1937, whalers at Naden Harbor supposedly recovered a strange serpent-like carcass from the stomach of a sperm whale. Some said it resembled a prehistoric reptile. Others claimed it was an oarfish, but the photos, now lost, ignited decades of debate. Even today, sonar occasionally captures eel-like shapes hundreds of feet long. Oarfish can reach 50 feet, but witnesses insist the creature they've seen has a distinct head shape, something predatory, something watching. If Cadborosaurus is real, it may not be the remnant of a fish, but a surviving marine reptile, a silent hunter in waters too cold and deep for us to understand. Number 3 returns us to land, but not to safety. In the remote mountains of Flores Island, Indonesia, villagers tell stories of the Ibu Gogo, small, hairy, human-like creatures that stole food and mimicked speech. It sounds like folklore, until 2003, when scientists uncovered fossils of Homo floresiensis, a real species of tiny human that lived just 50,000 years ago. They had long arms, small brains, and impressive tool-making abilities. Here's the unsettling part. Tribes say the Ebu Gogo didn't disappear thousands of years ago. They claim their grandparents still heard them moving through the jungle at night. In the 1970s, a truck driver swore a small, hunched figure ran across the road just before dawn. Cave explorers sometimes report footprints belonging to no known animal, small, narrow, and human-like. If a remnant population survived in Flores' volcanic caves, they may be hiding intentionally, and perhaps they've learned that staying unseen is the best way to survive us. Number 2 brings us to the Congo Basin, one of the last places on Earth where entire species can hide. Locals speak of Mbembe, a massive creature with a long neck, thick tail, and the temperament of a territorial bull rhinoceros. They say it overturns canoes, charges elephants, and disappears into swamps no human dares enter. Western explorers initially laughed at the descriptions, until they recognized something eerie. The creature they described resembled a small sauropod. Science says non-bird dinosaurs died 66 million years ago, but the Congo rainforest is almost impenetrable, larger than many countries combined, with regions where even modern maps fail. A French missionary in 1776 claimed to have seen a creature with a long neck swimming through a river, leaving waves like a moving hill. In the 1900s, multiple expeditions reported gigantic footprints in the mud, 3 feet long with rounded edges like an elephant's but narrower. Some think it could be an unknown giant reptile, or even a large semi-aquatic mammal. Others believe something ancient still hides there, deep in shadowed waters where sunlight barely penetrates. Before number 1, there's a creature too strange to ignore, one that isn't just dangerous, but intelligent. Deep in Arctic waters, people speak of the Ningen, a pale, human-shaped being nearly 20 meters long with long arms and smooth, ghostly skin. It supposedly rises beneath ice sheets, drifting silently below research vessels. Most scientists dismiss it as misidentified whales or ice formations. Yet audio recordings from the early 2000s captured unsettling vocalizations beneath the ice. Sounds unlike any known marine mammal. A research team reportedly caught a glimpse of a massive pale form gliding past their camera before the feed cut out. The Arctic is one of the least explored environments on Earth. If a large, intelligent aquatic species evolved there, it would have every advantage: darkness, depth, and endless silence. Now, number 1. And this one is not a single creature, but a reminder that extinction itself can be an illusion. In 1938, fishermen off the coast of Africa pulled up a blue prehistoric-looking fish. It had lobed fins, thick scales, and a body identical to fossils thought to be 65 million years old. A coelacanth, a creature believed extinct since the age of dinosaurs. But it was alive, and it wasn't alone. Entire populations were later found living in underwater caves. This discovery changed everything. If a species can go missing for tens of millions of years, then reappear as if nothing happened, how many other extinct animals are simply hiding somewhere humans don't look? Lazarus species have returned again and again. Giant stick insects, mountain possums, ancient sharks. Entire families of animals once marked with a skull symbol in textbooks have re-emerged from forests, oceans, and deserts. Extinction, for some creatures, is just a temporary retreat. And that is the real mystery. When tribes describe giant sloths or Arctic wolves far too large to be normal, or serpents sliding through black water, are they imagining or remembering? Creatures don't disappear because we stop seeing them. They disappear because they've learned to avoid us. Earth is far bigger, far darker, and far stranger than we admit. And somewhere out there, in jungles we haven't mapped, in oceans we haven't touched, and beneath ice we've never broken, something is still moving. Something ancient, something alive,